This session is being recorded.
The Bluetooth device is ready to pair. Aux input mode. Oh yes. A job vacancy.
अच्छा देखिए बेटा, थोड़ा सा गाइड करते हैं. टाइप ऑफ वर्क में आपको टाइप ऑफ वर्क लिखना है. अब देखिए टाइप ऑफ वर्क क्या होता है. परमानेंट हो सकता है, टेम्परेरी हो सकता है. वर्क इन द डैश ब्रांच, कौन सी ब्रांच में काम करना है. उसके बाद नेक्स्ट टू, लोकेशन बतानी है. हमेशा ये जो वर्ड लिखा होता है नेक्स्ट टू, ये लिखा हुआ है नेक्स्ट टू, लोकेशन बताएंगे. उसके बाद 1 घंटे के कितने पैसे मिलेंगे. एक्स्ट्रा पे व्हेन यू वर्क ऑन, ट्रांसपोर्ट होम व्हेन यू वर्क. क्वालिटीज क्या क्या रिक्वायर्ड है. एबिलिटी टू, 2 क्वालिटीज बतानी है. थर्सडे डैश एट 6 PM और समीरा का पूरा नाम चाहिए. ठीक है, चले लेट्स स्टार्ट. टाइप ऑफ वर्क.
Is that a restaurant?
Tails, if I may.
Yes, of course. Can I take your name?
It's Peter Chin.
Okay, Peter. Well, if you want to ask about the job, and then if we're both still interested, we could arrange for you to come for an interview.
Great, thanks. I'm afraid I missed the advert for the job, but heard about it from a friend.
That's no problem at all. What would you like to know?
Well, what sort of work is it? Washing up?
It's answering the phone.
Oh, right, fine.
And not waiting at tables.
अब यहाँ पर देखिए लिखा हुआ है नो मोर देन 3 words.
That'd be good.
आपको 3 words लिखने अपने पास. पहले टाइप ऑफ वर्क बता दिया उसने, अपने पास नोट कर लीजिए. आखिर में आंसर टैली कीजिएगा. नो मोर देन 3 words.
But, and how many nights a week would it be?
Well, we're really only busy at the weekend.
So 2 nights?
3 actually, so it would work out at 12 hours a week.
That'd be fine. It wouldn't interfere with my studies.
Are you at the university?
Yes, first-year physics student.
Oh, right.
And because I'm not an EU national, would I need a work permit?
Yes, you would. Just get your tutor to sign it.
That wouldn't be a problem if I were to get the job. Where exactly is the restaurant?
Well, we have 2 branches. The one we're recruiting for is in Hillsdon Road.
I don't know that. How do you spell it, please?
It's HILLSDUNNE Road.
Got that. Thanks. Is it near a bus stop?
Yes, the nearest one would probably be just beside the library.
Oh, yes, I know it. That'd be fine for me. And could I ask about the pay?
We're offering £4.45 an hour.
That's very good. My last job was £3.95 an hour.
चारों जवाब सबके कानों में आ गए. नेक्स्ट टू की जगह पर उसने क्या बोला, बिसाइड, और उसने अमाउंट 2 बोले. अभी उसको क्या मिल रहा है, उससे पहले क्या मिल रहा था वो बताया उसने. अभी क्या मिल रहा है वो आपको लिखना है. ठीक है, अब आपको फ्री डिनर एक्स्ट्रा पे व्हेन यू वर्क ऑन.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 5 to 10.
ये प्रेपोजिशन आपको सुनाई दिया जाएगा, वर्क ऑन. ये वो टाइम होता है जो आप पढ़ लें. और नीचे एबिलिटीज और क्वालिटीज. एबिलिटी यहाँ वो कैन बोलेगा. कैन टॉक्स अबाउट एबिलिटी.
Now listen and answer questions 5 to 10.
We feel it's pretty good, and we also offer some good fringe benefits.
Really?
Well, we give you a free dinner, so you eat well.
Right. better than hostel food.
We certainly hope so. And we also offer extra pay for working on national holidays.
Oh, that's a really good perk.
आसान था। मैंने कहा था ऑन सुनाई दिया जाएगा, ऑन उसने बोला। ठीक है। ट्रांसपोर्ट होम व्हेन यू वर्क।
Perk, isn't it?
Yes, we think so. And then because of the difficulties of getting public transport, if you're working after 11 o'clock, we drive you home.
Oh, that's good to know.
Well, we'd certainly be interested in...
अब इसमें जरा आपको सोचना पड़ रहा होगा क्या लिखना है। ट्रांसपोर्ट होम व्हेन यू वर्क, व्हेन यू वर्क। दोबारा सुन ले।
on national holidays.
Oh, that's a really good perk, isn't it?
Yes, we think so. And then because of the difficulties of getting public transport, if you're working after 11 o'clock, we drive you home.
Oh, that's good to know.
Well, we'd certainly be interested in inviting you for an interview if you're still interested.
Oh, yes, certainly. Could I just also ask what qualities you're looking for?
Well, for this particular job, we want a clear voice, which you obviously do have,
Thanks.
and you must be able to think quickly, you know.
Well, I hope I...
So,
अब देखें एबिलिटी टू, अगर आपने मेरे ग्रामेटिकल लेक्चर्स को अभी सुना था तो मैंने आपको बताया था एबिलिटी टॉक्स अबाउट कैन, और कैन की जगह पर एबल टू का इस्तेमाल भी करते हैं। तो उसने कहा एबल टू डैश, एबल टू डैश।
Qualities you're looking for?
well, for this particular job, we want a clear voice, which you obviously do have,
Thanks.
and you must be able to think quickly, you know.
Well, I hope I...
So, when could you come in for an interview? We're actually quite quiet tonight.
Sorry, I couldn't come tonight. Or tomorrow, I'm afraid. Thursday's okay. That'd be 22nd of October?
Fine, after 5 p.m.?
Yes, fine. Would 6 o'clock be okay?
Perfect. And
आपको डेट लिख दी थी, थर्सडे डैश एट 6 PM।
could you bring along the names of 2 referees?
Yes, that's fine. No problem.
Good. I look forward to seeing you.
Oh, by the way, who should I ask for?
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry. My name is Samira Manuja.
Can you spell that, please?
Manuja.
Okay. I've got that. Thanks very much.
Look,
चले, 10 में से 10 आने चाहिए। कितने लोगों के आए चेक करें। दस में से 10 एक, 10 में से 10 दो, 10 में से 10 तीन, 10 में से 10 चार, 5 till 10, 6 out of 6, 9, 10, 9, 8। जो कम वाला है वो भी लिखे ताकि जिनका पहला दिन है उनका 5 आया, नो प्रॉब्लम। चले एक और करते हैं।
And questions, and you will have a chance to check your work. All the recording. The test is in 4 sections. At the end of the test,
अच्छा, इसमें क्या लिखना है भाई? नेम लिखना है, डेट ऑफ बर्थ लिखनी है, कोर्स ऑफ स्टडी लिखना है, नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स प्लान इन हॉल, ईयर्स बताने कितने, ऊपर देखिए फिर वहां पर स्पेशल डाइटरी रिक्वायरमेंट, नॉट डैश, नो डैश, और आगे लिखा है रेड। प्रेफर्ड रूम टाइप अ सिंगल डैश, इंटरेस्ट है द डैश, और प्रायोरिटीज इन चॉइस ऑफ हॉल, to be with other students who are, to live outside the dash, to have dash area of for socializing। ठीक है, आसान है। 10 में से 10 चाहिए सबके।
test, you will be given 5.
course at the university, and I'd like to try and arrange a common.
Good morning. Can I help you?
Yes, I've just been accepted on a course at the university, and I'd like to try and arrange accommodation in the hall of residence.
Yes, certainly. Please sit down. What I'll do is fill in a form with you to find out a little more about your preferences and so forth.
Thank you.
The student wishes to arrange.
Now, what I'll do is fill in a form with you to find out a little more about your preferences and so forth.
Thank you.
So, first of all, can I take your name?
It's Anu Bhatt.
Could you spell your name, please?
Yes. ANUBHATT.
Thanks. And could I ask your date of birth?
The 31st of March, 1972.
Thank you. And where are you from?
India.
Oh, right. And what will you be studying?
I'm doing a course in nursing.
Right, thank you. And how long would you want to stay in hall, do you think?
Well, it would take 3 years, but I'd only like to stay in hall for 2. I'd like to think about living outside for the 3rd year.
Fine. And what did you have in mind for catering? Do you want to cook for yourself or have all your meals provided? That's full board.
Is there something in between?
Yes, you can just have evening meal provided, which is half board.
That's what I'd prefer.
Yes, a lot of students opt for that. Now, with that in mind, do you have any special diet? Anything we should know about?
Yes, I don't take red meat.
No red meat.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 6 to 10.
Now, thinking about the room itself, we have a number of options. You can have a single study bedroom or you can have a shared one. These are both what we call simple rooms. The other alternative is to opt for a single bedsit, which actually has more space and better facilities. There's about £20 a week difference between them.
Well, actually, my grant is quite generous, and I think the bedsit sounds the best option.
Lovely. I'll put you down for that and we'll see what availability is like. Now, can I ask some other personal details which we'd like to have on record?
Yes, of course.
I wonder if you could let us know what your interests are. This might help us get a closer match for placing you in a particular hall.
Well, I love the theatre,
Right?
and I enjoy sports, particularly badminton.
Ah, that's worth knowing. Now, what we finish with on the form is really a list from you of what your priorities are in choosing a hall. And we'll do our best to take these into account.
Well, the first thing is I prefer a hall where there are other mature students, if possible.
Yes, we do have halls which tend to cater for slightly older students.
And I'd prefer to be out of town.
That's actually very good for you because we tend to have more vacancies in out-of-town halls.
Lucky.
Yes. Anything else?
Well, I would like somewhere with a shared area, a TV room, for example, or something like that. It's a good way to socialize.
Certainly is.
That's it.
Now, we just need a contact telephone number for you.
Oh, sure. I'll just find it. It's 667549.
Great. So we'll...
यस, ये भी 10 आउट ऑफ 10 आने चाहिए. इसमें कोई कहीं परेशानी नहीं थी, बस 6 में आपने शायद गलती की है, क्योंकि ये सुना नहीं है कभी हमने. मदिया कौन सा गलत हुआ है? 6. सबके 9 आ रहे हैं. Which one goes off? सबके 9 है, तो इसका मतलब है जहां तक मेरा तजर्बा है वो 6 में आपके मिस्टेक हुई होगी. 8वां गलत. मेच्योर तो बहुत आसान. 8. उसने आउटसाइड बोला, आउटसाइड द टाउन. चले. थिएटर, मेच्योर, टाउन, शेयर्ड. अच्छा शेयर्ड, उसने देखिए शेयर्ड जो बोला, मैंने मेरे कानों में जो पड़ा था ना एकदम शेड पड़ा था. शेड मेरे कानों में जो गया था वो मैंने शेड सुना. चलो. सिर्फ 17 मार्क्स लिखेंगे क्योंकि ऊपर लिखा हुआ है 1 वर्ड. अगर आपने 1 वर्ड लिखा 17 मार्क्स, ये आपका 1 वर्ड हो गया. लेकिन अगर आपने 17 मार्च 1972 लिख दिया तो फिर ये 2 वर्ड्स हो जाएगा. 1972 पूरा एक वर्ड है. ठीक है. चले एक और करते हैं.
And you will have to answer questions on what you hear. There is an example that has been done for you. Second time.
Some apartments in.
And answer questions 1 to 5.
अच्छा भाई, लिखा हुआ अपार्टमेंट फैसिलिटीज, अदर इंफॉर्मेशन और कॉस्ट. ये जरा है मुश्किल. देखते हैं इसको कौन करता है. 10 आउट ऑफ 10 कौन लेकर आता है. ठीक है, ये मुश्किल है थोड़ा.
Greek island holidays, can I help you?
Yes, I hope so. I have a friend who's just come back from Corfu, and she's recommended some apartments in Aralis. She thought they might be on your list.
Arillus, let me see. Can you give me the names?
Yes, the first Rose Garden Apartments. I'd like to go with another friend in the last week of October.
Well, we've got a lovely studio flat available at that time. I'm sure you'd enjoy the entertainment program there too, with Greek dancing in the restaurant.
And the cost for each of us?
£219.
That sounds very reasonable. I'm just jotting down some notes. Now, the second one she mentioned was called Blue Bay.
Blue Bay. Yes, in fact, that's very popular, and it has some special features.
Really?
The main attraction is the large swimming pool with salt water.
Much healthier, I understand.
That's right. And it isn't far from the beach either, only 300 meters. And only around half a kilometer to some shops, so you don't have to be too energetic.
Is it much more expensive than the first one?
Let me just check. I think at the time you want to go, it's around £260. No, £275 to be exact.
Right, I've got that. Now, there are just 2 more apartments to ask you about. I can't read my own writing. Something to do with sunshine, is it?
I think you meant the Sunshade Apartments. They're on a mountainside.
Any special features?
Yes, each room has its own sun terrace, and there are shared barbecue facilities.
Oh, sounds lovely.
Yes, it is rather well equipped. It also provides water sports. It has its own beach. There are facilities for water skiing.
Any kite surfing? My friend's quite keen.
Not at the hotel, but I'm sure you'll find some in Arillis. There's also satellite TV in the apartments.
And how much is that one?
£490 with 2 sharing.
You mean £245 each?
I'm afraid not. Each person has to pay that amount, and there must be at least two in an apartment.
Oh, I don't think that would be within our budget, unfortunately. And the last one sounds a bit expensive too. The Grand?
Actually, it's quite reasonable. It's an older style house with Greek paintings in every room and a balcony outside.
Sounds nice. What are the views like?
Well, there are forests all round, and they hide a supermarket just down the road. So that's very useful for all your shopping needs. There's a disco in the area too.
And the price?
£319 at that time. But if you leave it till November, it goes down by 40%.
Too late, I'm afraid.
Well, why don't I send you a brochure with full details, Miss...
Nash. But don't worry about that. I'm coming to Upminster soon, and I'll call and get one. I just wanted to get an idea first.
Well, that's fine. We've got plenty here when you come.
Before you hear the rest of the conversation, you have some time to look at questions 6 to 10. Now listen and answer questions 6 to 10.
If you've got a minute, could I just check a couple of points about insurance? I got one policy through the post, but I'd like to see if yours is better.
Fine. What would you like to know?
Well, the one I've got has benefits, and then the maximum amount you can claim. Is that like yours?
Yes, that's how most of them are.
Well, the first thing is cancellation. If the holiday's cancelled on the policy I've got, you can claim £8,000.
We can improve on that, Miss Nash. For Greek island holidays, our maximum is £10,000.
That's good. Of course, our holiday won't even cost £1,000 together.
It's still sensible to have good cover. Now, if you go to hospital, we allow £600.
Yes, mine's similar.
And we also allow a relative to travel to your holiday resort.
My policy just says their representative will help you.
You can see there's another difference there. And what happens if you don't get on the plane?
Nothing, as far as I can see on this form.
Don't you have missed departure?
No, I'll just jot that down.
We pay up to £1,000 for that, depending on the reason. And we're particularly generous about loss of personal belongings, up to £3,000, but not more than £500 for a single item.
Then I better not take my laptop.
Not unless you insure it separately.
Okay, thanks very much for your time. You've really been helpful. Can I get back to you? Your name is?
Ben Ludlow. That's Ludlow. I'm the assistant manager here. I'll give you my number. It's 081 260 543 216.
But didn't I phone 081 260 567 294? That's what I've got on the paper.
That's the main switchboard. I've given you my direct line.
Right. Thank you very much for your time.
That is the end of section 1.
अच्छा 5 तक
You
बहुत
now have half a minute to check your answers.
5 तक बहुत आसान था, उसके बाद 6 to 10 में से बहुत ज्यादा बातें की, ठीक है ना, और बहुत क्विकली ये निकल गई, और मुझे उम्मीद है मार्क्स आपके 10 out of 10 ही आए हो. चेक करें. तो स्पेलिंग बिल्कुल सही होनी चाहिए. अगर स्पेलिंग मिस्टेक है छोटी सी भी तो आपको 0 मिलेगा. सेवन 8 हमने कहा था थोड़ा मुश्किल है। 10, 7, 9, 8, 8, 7, 7, 7। क्या हो गया, सबके 7 आ गए, इतना मुश्किल था। अच्छा, 5 आउट ऑफ 5 किसके आए, मतलब पहले उसमें बताइए 5 आउट ऑफ 5 किसके आए। फर्स्ट जो थे 5 आउट ऑफ 5, कितने लोगों के फर्स्ट में 5 आउट ऑफ 5 आए, लिख कर भेजे। फर्स्ट वाले में 5 आउट ऑफ 5 और आखिर वाले में 5 आउट ऑफ 5 आए या 1 आउट ऑफ 5 आए। लास्ट सेक्शन 5 आउट ऑफ 5, सही है। ठीक है, आज हमने माशाल्लाह 3 टेस्ट निपटा दिए। कल इंशाल्लाह पार्ट 2 को फोकस करेंगे। 2 दिन पार्ट 2 के नाम, पार्ट 1 का असाइनमेंट वही है आप लोगों का। जिन लोगों ने अभी तक अपने होस्ट के नाम को नहीं लिए, बेटा बुक 11 टू 17 आपको मैं फॉरवर्ड कर चुका हूं। आज रात एक दफा फिर फॉरवर्ड कर दूंगा। आपने अभी तक बुक 11 टू 17 28 टेस्ट नहीं किए, तो अगर आप चाहे, आपके अंदर जुनून अगर आपका अंदर जाग जाए, तो आप 3.5 घंटे के अंदर 28 टेस्ट कर सकते हैं। 3.5 घंटे के अंदर, ठीक है ना। चले, अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिएगा। प्लीज ज्वाइन योर रेलेवेंट सेशन। मिस सबा का लिंक ऑन होने जा रहा है। एकेडमिक वाले मिस सबा को ज्वाइन कर लीजिए। एकेडमिक एकेडमिक एकेडमिक, यहाँ आज जितने स्टूडेंट्स मेरी बात सुन रहे होंगे वो जर्नल वाले होंगे, ठीक है। और जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं वो मिस सबा के लिंक पर जा रहे हैं। आपके पास लिंक ऑलरेडी मौजूद है।